the NBA right now. He's coming back next season with the Terrapins. So add Diamond Stone, the 6'10 incoming all-time center, 6'8 Robert Carter, the transfer from Georgia Tech, and bingo, Maryland will be a preseason top 10 and maybe a national title contender. Over in Fairfax, Virginia, George Mason introduced his new head coach, Dave Paulson. And Paulson wants to celebrate the past and make it part of his future. It's almost 10 years now since the Patriots went to the Final Four. That doesn't seem possible. 10 years that Jim Larinaga and Lamar Butler were in Indianapolis. But that's what Dave Paulson wants to get back to over in Fairfax with George Mason. A lot of hockey fans still talking today about Alex Ovechkin's 50th goal of the season. It's the second straight season the Great Eight has scored 50. He's done it 6 times in his 10-year career. On top of that, the Caps have won 6 of their last 8 games. The Great Eight, Alex Ovechkin, all that and then some. And finally, Nats were shut out by the Marlins today, 8-0 down in Florida. Their final Florida game of this spring. Jordan Zimmerman gave up 7 runs in the first 2 innings. Forget about it. Preseason. Now we start for real. Yankees, by the way, will be here Saturday in an exhibition game.
Oh, wonderful.
Be fun. All right, quick look at the 7-day for you. Sunshine, 70 tomorrow. Rain, likely a thunderstorm on Friday, 73. Rain ending Sunday morning, cooler. Easter Sunday, sunshine. The Nats should get the weather, should cooperate for the home opener on Monday. Steve Bruton will have a lot more tonight on the weekend Easter forecast or the Easter weekend forecast. A little dyslexic tonight.
You know all about it.
Easter Bunny Day.
World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next. See you at 11 o'clock. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching ABC 7 News, winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for breaking news coverage. ABC 7 News, on your side. Let's make some noise for Sugarland's Christian Bush and his Southern Gravity solo album debut. You could win big with the Christian Bush Southern Gravity Getaway. Grand prize winner and guest fly to Atlanta for a down-home day in Christian studio. Then take it way up with a VIP pass to Christian Bush live on stage. First prize winners get a signed guitar and Southern Gravity CD. Plus more will win a signed CD. The Christian Bush Southern Gravity Getaway. Enter now at WJLA.com. Brought to you by ABC 7 and 105.9 FM WMAL.
Technology has improved our lives in small ways, in big ways. But what about this? Couldn't this be better too? At Redfin, we asked ourselves the same question, which led us to create new ways to take you inside a home or instantly schedule a tour. But we paired that with our own agents, who aren't paid on commission, but on your happiness. And that's what makes it all work. The world has changed, and now real estate has too.
Hey, there's great news in healthcare for Northern Virginia families. Virginia Hospital Center has just been named part of the Mayo Clinic Care Network. In fact, no other Washington area hospital offers a higher level of care. And this unique collaboration with Mayo Clinic, a world leader in clinical expertise. So when it's time to choose the very best in healthcare, make it Virginia Hospital Center, where the best just keeps getting better.
Jim Callahan here. If you're shopping for a security system, it must be confusing with all the advertising you see in here. There's a reason you see all those red, white, and blue Ackerman signs. Your neighbors have done the shopping and selected Ackerman. Why Ackerman? Our $18.95 monthly monitoring rate, the fastest response time from our 5-diamond monitoring center, and the latest technology like remote access and video. There's no cost to switch to Ackerman. We make it easy, and you get up to 3 months free monitoring when you call by Wednesday. 888-999-1070 or online at ackermansecurity.com.
Okay, buddy. I gotta close up.
Hey! I gotta do my last one for the night, buddy. Time to go. Hey, buddy!
Not everyone has what it takes to make it in the NHL.
Time for me to close up. Just turn the lights out when you're done.
But everyone could save money on car insurance. Geico, proud partner of the NHL.
It's the Men's Warehouse Total Style event. Get select suits for $199.99. 3 select non-iron dress shirts for just $99.99. Plus, buy one, get one free on even more. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career path? If so, join McCarthy Services, one of the fastest growing heating, cooling, and plumbing companies in the area. What are you waiting for? Join our winning team. Visit McCarthyHomeservices.com to schedule an interview.
Tonight, the massive and deadly fireball in the Gulf. The pictures now coming in. The workers jumping for their lives. The cell phone videos taken by the survivors. Also breaking tonight, the massive cheating scandal and the verdict. Elementary school teachers, principals convicted, taken away in handcuffs. The water emergency in the West tonight. From this to this. California tonight ordering extreme measures. The jet crash in the Alps, new details about that disputed video inside the plane, the final moments. And the airline CEO in front of the camera, what he would not answer today. And the investigation tonight, this New York City police detective caught on video.
How long have you been in this country?
What he says to this Uber driver, the passenger in the back seat, recording the entire thing.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night. And we begin with the breaking news. Those images coming in from the Gulf of Mexico tonight, a deadly blast. A ball of fire as an oil platform explodes offshore, workers jumping into the Gulf to save their lives. One survivor saying there was nothing you could do but run. At least 4 people killed, dozens injured, hundreds evacuated. And this fire comes just as we approach the 5-year anniversary of the BP disaster. And ABC's Matt Gutman leads us off.
The inferno lighting up the Gulf of Mexico tonight. The fireball sometimes blinding. Survivors of the blast saying they took these cell phone videos. This man describing the fire as huge. We couldn't do anything but run away. Many men leaping into the water. Mexican authorities said the blast and flames have killed at least 4. Dozens more were hurt and about 300 evacuated. Pemex, the Mexican oil authority, said cruise ship-sized firefighting boats have been dousing the flames since dawn. Those giant arcs of water apparently doing little. The oil authority did not say how the fire broke out on what it called a processing platform and said the platform was not pumping directly from the seabed. The blast just days before the 5th anniversary of the Deepwater Horizon explosion. The pictures of those skyscraper-sized pillars of fire so eerily similar. Mexican oil authorities insist that burning platform is not attached to the seabed, but they refuse to comment when we ask them whether or not this could cause another oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. David.
Matt Gutman tonight. Matt, thank you. And now to the major headline breaking in Atlanta late today, the verdict. After a massive cheating scandal, elementary school teachers, principals arrested. Tonight, many of them now convicted, led out of court in handcuffs. They could go to prison for decades now, and ABC's Steve Osinsami on what they did.
We, the jury, found the defendant guilty.
Striking images out of this Georgia courtroom. The judge wasting no time throwing the 11 convicted educators in jail, guilty in one of the largest U.S. school cheating scandals ever.
They have made their bed, and they're going to have to lie in it, and it starts today.
The way it sounds, you'd think they were mobsters convicted of racketeering, tonight facing up to 20 years in prison. But these are former elementary school teachers, principals, and test coordinators found guilty of conspiring to give answers to students during achievement tests or correcting the answers before they were electronically graded.
I think because of the decision of this jury today, that people will stop. I think people will stop, and they will make an assessment of our educational system.
The scandal is a blow to public school parents everywhere who worry if their children are getting a quality education. The investigation that uncovered the cheating from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution found suspicious test scores and curious erasures on standard achievement tests in 196 school districts across nearly 20 cities. In Atlanta, teachers who quit in disgust told us a familiar story.
We were told that we needed to get these scores by any means necessary.
They had to raise test scores or lose their jobs. We've been following this case for several years now, and part of the issue is the enormous pressure across this country placed on parents and teachers to find that magic bullet that will raise test scores. Sometimes the improvements are too good to be true. David.
All right, Steve Osinsami, as Steve mentioned, on this case from the start. And this evening, there's also a major development in the case of that jet crash in the Alps. This new view from the crash site, workers wrestling with chunks of the fuselage, as the CEO of Lufthansa comes before the cameras. And it comes after the airline admitted it knew about the co-pilot's major bout with depression, letting him fly anyway. ABC's Alex Marquardt in Germany tonight on what the CEO refused to answer.
Navigating with ski poles and wearing climbing spikes, Recovery workers scaling the mountain, hoisting huge sections of the plane, this piece the airline's tail with its distinctive colors. And today, laying a wreath, the embattled airline's executives, now under fire after admitting